Creationism, contrary to popular belief, is not solely found in the Abrahamic religions, those being Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, but includes Hindus, Sikhs, Native Americans who follow their traditional tribal religious traditions, and neo-pagans of various faiths. The belief that the universe and everything in it was created by God has existed since earliest times. Indeed, it was the most widely accepted theory until just 165 years ago, when Charles Darwin published his On the Origins of Species, which brought the theory of evolution into mainstream discourse. Now, while not nearly as accepted as it was once, creationism is still a strongly held belief by many, including myself. As anyone who has read my work knows, I believe in the creation model, though I'm a polytheist who believes many gods had a hand in it, not a monotheistic creationist. But even so, as the title bears out, I have problems with the current-day creationists, particularly the monotheists in our camp. The problems stems from several factors, but the main issue is how many deem it necessary to force creationism into the public school system. Why do I oppose this, you may ask? I'm a creationist, aren't I? I am indeed, but I'm also a secularist. I believe in the separation of church and state at every level of our society, including in the school system. The reason for this is that, at its core, creationism is a religious idea. While I certainly believe there is evidence to back up a creation model, it does not take away from the fact it is a religious belief in nature. It is dependent upon a belief in deities, and therefore should not be allowed in schools. The people who advocate for the creation model in the classroom are, by and large, Christians, and so they wish to push the biblical creation model in exclusion of other beliefs. To me, this is absurd. Why should other children of different faiths be forced to listen to the Christian interpretation, as if it's the only truth? These advocates would be furious if an Islamic creation model was brought into the classroom, or if a Germanic pagan one was introduced, where Odin and his brothers Vili and Ve and other gods created humanity, as I believe. It would never fly, but yet they do not see the hypocrisy in trying to force their interpretations onto others. The only way I could see such a prospect happening, even if I disagree it should, is if all creation models were presented to the students, not only Christianity's version. They would receive classes in each, along with evolution, and be allowed to decide for themselves what to believe. Of course, to those who believe their religion is the absolute and unquestionable truth, whatever the faith, this would be heresy, and they would protest it, demanding only they get the right to present their beliefs to kids. No thank you. Religion, if a school subject, should be studied academically, not out of faith. The histories of religion, how they evolved, should be something students learn. But trying to force creation into the classroom as science without bias is wrong. These advocates also claim that atheism is being taught in schools, but such isn't the case either. Evolution by itself is neither atheistic or theistic. It just is. You can disagree with it, as I do, but to pretend it's somehow a giant conspiracy by atheists to destroy our children is nonsense. It's the theory the scientific community accepts by and large, so it's only natural they will teach it in science class. As a creationist, I do not, or rather would not, as I do not have them yet object to my children learning about evolution in school. I would want them to be exposed to as many ideas about the world and its origins as possible. It's my job as a parent to tell them what I believe, why, and allow them the freedom to choose for themselves what they want to believe as they grow older. Whether it be evolution or creation, atheism or theism, the separation of church and state is an important foundational stone in our society. It gives us the freedoms to believe we wish, to pray to whatever gods we wish, without fear or persecution. To live in a secular society is a gift and a blessing. To force religion into the classroom as science will begin the process of eroding that stone, and when erosion happens, buildings collapse. If we allow the secular nature of our classrooms to be compromised by those zealots who cannot comprehend not everyone believes, or has to, believe as they do, it will have a domino effect on our other institutions. We will morph into a theocracy. No matter how slowly the change may be, it will happen if we allow this into the classroom. I do not want to live in a society like that. I want a society where we can all believe, or disbelieve, as we wish without someone coming after us. I want an atheist to be able to disagree with a believer and walk away without fear of repercussions. As a Germanic pagan, I want to be able to hail my gods and follow the traditions and beliefs of my ancient ancestors without a theocratic state knocking at my door and arresting me for heresy. This, then, is my problem with the modern creationist movement. It is not about simply presenting their ideas to others, allowing them to accept or not accept them, but about pushing their worldview down our collective throats to dismantle the society we thrived to build and replace it with their own version of divine law. I support creationists who do not want to force their beliefs into schools, who instead write books, make YouTube videos, or write articles offering their views to others and allowing them to take them as is. I am one. I am firm in my beliefs. I want to write about them and share them for those who want to read them. For those who don't, I respect that, and I respect their rights to reject my point of view. This is what creationists should strive for.